Alright, quick update for Link. So we're not showing too much strength since the last time we made a video on this. You can see, I think we outlined that we've got this head and shoulders pattern. I don't know if we took the price target, but we do have a lot of confluence coming down here. So, we're not showing strength. We broke down below the neckline. We did come up, retest it, and got rejected. We're now literally sitting on the lows that we put down at the bottom of this fib. Obviously, we had a big wick down here, but I think as long as we do hold this in the next coming days or so, there is potential that we will have a rally. I'm not saying that we will. In fact, I almost think it's more likely that we are getting ready for a breakdown. If we come over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has got an inverse head and shoulders right now, and if we don't start pumping, if we don't start turning around in the next few days, then I do think a lot of the altcoins are going to be dragged down with Bitcoin, and especially Link, which has got a decent amount of selling volume coming in right now. It is quite a ways away from its all-time high that we put in all the way back here in May. So what to look out for now? I would really like to see a bounce from anywhere in this green box. So if we do zoom out, you can see we have our 786 down here at 1250. This is basically where the end of this green box is, and this the top of this big green box as well lines up with these wicks that we've been putting around here, where they were support, 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 and support here. So I do think if we lose this green box, your last line in the sand is holding this 1240, which, like I said, is the region of this 786 here. This would honestly be your last line in the sand. If we did lose that, then I think we would be coming down to probably fill this target of the head and shoulders pattern all the way down here at basically $10. But you can also see we've got a 1.618 down here at basically 969. So all in all, we really do need to see a big pump coming in soon. I'd like to get above 1480, anywhere between 1480 and this micro 618 that we've got here at 1580. So all in all, from a technical perspective, until we do break above this 1580, this is a nice level because we've got the 618 coming in here, we've got the rejection here, and we've got this big, kind of smaller neckline if we're doing the conservative head and shoulders. But I am using the more bearish one because we did start this head and shoulders here, we came down, back tested it, had the head, came down, back tested it, we bounced and then fell through. So I like the more bearish inverse head and shoulders a little bit more than the conservative one. Both of them are valid, but nonetheless we've got a 618 here, a top here, and a neckline here. So until we do get above 1580, I do think we're going to keep on seeing bearish momentum come in. Like I said, I mean, if we don't hold the bottom of this this green box here, my next target would be a 22% dump, and that basically lines up with what's going on in Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin's got an inverse head and shoulders, so basically the opposite really, but you can see Bitcoin is heading down. If Bitcoin does lose this red support down here between 38 37.5, depending on if we backtest it again, then if we lose this, I think Chainlink, sorry, will be coming all the way down here. Like I said, there's no buying volume coming in, it is just mainly selling volume. We did see some very, very hefty selling volume. The RSI is rolling over now. I mean, we've got, I don't think this is a not too much of a linear downtrend, but something like this where we are kind of just heading down on the RSI over time. Money flow indicator is heading up very, very slightly. Almost looks like a a potential W pattern, but like I said, you can pretty much discount the money flow indicator until we do decide whether we're going to bounce from this region or not. If we do lose 1243, like I said, we're going to have a big drop on our hands. And what gets scary after that is if we lose 964, we would have invalidated this whole macro fib from this whole bull run. So this fib is basically going to become invalidated if we do drop below like 1260. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and give it to probably, I mean, to be fair, I mean, there's a lot of confluence coming up here. So, all in all, I wouldn't like to see it break below 1250. Like I said, if it breaks below 1250, it's probably going to come down to 963. If we do drop below then the next target is 350, which is a very nasty drop. But you know, you can see there's nowhere else that we can really bounce. I mean, there's no more fibs, there's no more levels that I can draw. Sure, you could probably draw a few lines in the sand here at like 9 or, you know, 520 before we do come down to here, but nonetheless, like I said, if we do lose this green box, we are going to be having a very nasty drop on our hands, in my opinion. If we come over to the BTC pair, we've recently just broken below the 1.618, which, you know, is very nasty. We kind of estimated this drop was going to be coming in once we did break below the this region here at 40 on the BTC pair for Link. We are below these 1.618, so I mean, if we do stay below here for another week or so, or another couple days, then I think Chainlink is going to be losing another 20% of its price against Bitcoin. That would probably mean that Bitcoin is dropping, so I believe we'd have more than a 20% drop. Let's see, so I mean, this would really be your last line in the sand. Like I said, if we lose 964, then we're going to start staircasing to hell. So that's pretty much all I see for Chainlink. If you are in Chainlink, best of luck and keep an eye on 1250. If we do, you know, drop below this 1250, this green box, then I think it's going to get very nasty in the short term. So that's all I see for Chainlink. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.